What's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. Thanks for watching this video. Today we're going to be doing some gold ore crushing, and I know I said I was going to make previous videos before this one, but after the end results I found no gold in these rocks. So my advice to you, and for most, is do not buy gold ore off of auction websites. Just don't even bother. Even some of their dedicated websites, I've probably spent close to about $700-800 worth of testing gold for my little mini ore crushing setup, and for the most part I'm disappointed by how much gold you actually do find, even though they call it high grade gold, silver, and copper ore. Save your money. You're better off buying Paydirt at this time being. But there is one that I'm hopeful for here that I did purchase off, and I did pay a pretty penny for it, and it might be the reason why. So we are going to crush some gold ore strictly above me in Washington, across the border in Canada. And let me switch phones, or let me switch cameras here to my cell phone because it does a better close-up picture. But let me see if the GoPro can pick that up, or even that up. But let me switch to my cell phone so you can see better up-close pictures of what I'm working with. Okay, so let's get a good look at this stuff again. Now, there is iron pyrite and there's cocoa pyrite and mixed involved in this, so you're going to find some pyrite that looks much like fool's gold, but there is most likely gold mixed in with it. So there is right there the iron pyrite, there's some of the cocoa pyrite, but there is some gold there. So there's gold throughout this rock. We don't really know completely until we split it open. This is a cool piece to look at. That's definitely got a little mixture of pyrite and gold mixed in. I'm also going to end up finding some copper mixed in with this too, and a little bit of silver I saw. But give me an idea of what I am, look, all that copper sitting in there. But give me an idea of what I am crushing up. And I don't expect to get rich off of this by all means, but it is going to be my last test of my little mini rock ore crushing plant that I'll be taking out in the field up in my own mountains. Oh, that one came apart. Oh, look at that. Some stuff located inside there. A little bit of mixture there. So let's get to crushing this rock up here and see what kind of gold we find out of this. I do expect some of this. Alright, so we're going to take some of these pieces here that does not fit into the rock crusher and break them down, a little bit of chisel work to make them sizable to fit inside there. So I'll be doing that now. all of that crushed down to manageable pieces that the rock crusher can go through. And that one might be questionable, but it should go through. But anyways, we're gonna run that through the rock crusher. And if you're interested in more information on this, I'll leave a link right there, and you can check out that video of me introducing this machine. But anyhow, it's going to take all that and then crush it down to 1/8 inch or less, and then we're going to run it through a 12 mesh screen, and then I'm going to do a second pass, just to do a second pass to crunch it down before we run it through a chainmail. So let's get started with this. Okay, that was some hard stuff to break through, let alone it was tough for me just to break it up. But let's see what it looks like after it's all gone through. Yeah, and it breaks it down to 1/8 inch rock. Makes it easier for crushing. See, it does pretty good. Gets it down to a dust size. Get some dust done to it, so always wear a mask when doing this, preferably an N95. That way you don't breathe any of this stuff. Okay, so there's the -12 mesh. And the reason I do -12, because technically you would want all of your ore down to -100. But just in case there's some bigger pieces that fit through 12 mesh, I'd rather have those than it get all flattened out on 100 mesh. So, and that's the plus 12. We're just going to run it through again. And maybe give it down a little more crushed up before I run it through the chainmail. Alright, well, that's what it looks like running through a second pass. Yeah, see, it made more dust of it, broke it down even more. Heck, I might run it through it 3 times since it only took me 5 minutes to run through that. So we just might do it again, but we'll go ahead and classify it through a 12 mesh screen. Okay, third pass through the machine, which only took, I think, less than 2 minutes. But still broken down even further for me. Yeah, talk about tons of pyrite. So I think that's it. The rest is small enough, easy enough to run through a chain mill. Pretty easy. So we'll classify this through the 12 mesh, and then anything plus we're running through the chain mill. Step 3. Go through the remainder of that rock there. Not too much, quarter of a bucket or so. And we're going to run it through the chain mill. So I have a variable speed angle grinder set at its lowest setting, which is easier on the chain mill unit. We'll feed it in, and it goes through into the dust deputy, which drops all the material down into the bucket. And obviously any dust left over will be sucked up into the vacuum into a bag. Always still wear a mask when doing this, but it really eliminates all the dust and allows me to go through and bring this stuff down to obviously dust-like material. Might have to run it through maybe twice, but we'll see after the first results. Okay, ran through it a few times. I got everything down to minus 12 mesh, so that'll be about 14 mesh or smaller. And a lot of it, trust me, is dust. So, did a pretty good job. That way, you know, if I got any nuggets in that size, that'll be awesome. Or pickers, depends on where you live. So that's what I got remaining left. That's plus 12. I'll just pan that out and see what it looks like. Otherwise, I'm very happy with the setup that I have now. I got all the bugs worked out of it, so it is ready for prime time come this summer. Let's get this cleaned up. Ran through my cleanup sluice, pan it down. We'll see if we got any gold in there. Alright, so I ran through the ore, and that's what I got left. Kinda looks like gold. I do see a few pieces which look like it, but I really won't know until I pan it out. So, looks like there's a few pieces up there, but we'll get this panned out, and obviously I'm going to save all these cons because I might just go ahead and smelt it down and see if I can extract even more gold out of this stuff. Because to me, it kind of looks like brass, but brass would not be sitting in the sluice like that. It's about as light as pyrite and end up floating out of here, but to the naked eye, it looks better than what you're seeing on the camera. But we'll get it in a pan and we'll see what we got in there. Well, that was some interesting stuff to crush. It was probably some of the nastiest stuff I ever had to crush. But let's take a peek at what I got there. And what you're seeing in the video doesn't really portray to the naked eye because a lot of the gold looks like it has silver in it. Mostly silver is what it looks like. But anyhow, I went through probably 6-7 different batches of different ore that I bought offline. Do I recommend you buy ore offline? No. You're better off buying Paydirt offline. A lot of them say high, rich gold and silver ore. There's nothing high about it. So just go out in your own area, look up where there's been some old mines out there, and actually go find your own. You know, you can check in old mine tailing piles to find the ore that you're looking for to crush. You can usually find some right around the portal of a mine, or if it's safe, you can actually go into the mine and actually bring some ore back out. But nevertheless, just, you know, stick to your own area and finding your own stuff without paying for it online. So if you like this video, hey, by all means, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. I appreciate that. And on to the next video is going to be with me and Jason back out on the river. And then the video after that that's coming out, we did go back to the beach and we did some beach mining. So another reason to subscribe, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss those episodes coming up. Until then, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.